So yesterday, I did a bit of research into guns, right? And then I very quickly found out that the ATF was created after JFK was assassinated, and Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy Jr. And I think it's kind of suspicious that this Gun Control Act was created right after the presidents were assassinated. I just think it's a little bit weird. And then I just, by chance, I decided I'm gonna do this FBI watch list thing that I found on the internet a couple days back. It's an actual list of words. It's an actual PDF. I do not think that, well, yeah, I do not think, but I do not think that this list was created to I don't even know how to describe it. How do I even describe this? But essentially what I'm trying to say is there are certain people in this world that do not like you. and they're trying to do a lot of things that are not good. And to that end, they have created this sort of like Ministry of Truth type thing where they are trying to essentially say what's true, what's not true, and what you want to focus on. So instead of focusing on things that actually matter, like the government being in control of a lot of these things, they're saying, hey, look over here, the M&M no longer has stilettos, and the M&M now wears sneakers, so you should get angry over this. But I say it's all a psyop. It's all a psyop. It's the government trying to get you, trying to distract you from the real issues here. The real issues here. And what are those issues? I'll tell you what those issues are. The real issues, I can't say. Because they'll probably get me, but it's fine. They do not care. They can and will. See, another one of the things that I found out is you can no longer say in Minecraft anymore. In Minecraft is now treated as seriously as saying it straight up. Like if you say I'm going to Minecraft you, they take it just as seriously as if you to say I'm going to kill you, hypothetically. And so you no longer can say in Minecraft as an excuse because it's now no longer protected or something. And so the FBI or the CIA, one of these two, created a list. I'm trying to find it now. Where is it? The FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, created a list of extremism and certain keywords that these certain people like to use. It's quite the list. So I've went ahead and I created a presentation on these words, on these everyday words that everyone uses. Well, a lot of people use in their everyday life, mostly online. But these words are still used, and they are now basically in the modern usage, such as, for example, based. If you say based, you will get put on the watch list. So that's like 90% of people on the internet are now on a watch list. But what is based? Based is the way people use it now. Based, it's just anything. It's basically anything. Anything that you like, anything that you think is cool, that's based. Like, let's say I ate a cookie today, and then if you like cookies, you're gonna say based. What flavor is the cookie? And then this is like basically anything that you like, essentially. So like, let's say that it's raining and then you go outside and then you see that it's raining and you feel the water in you and you say based. It's raining, it's dark, I love it, it's great. And then say your friend is calling you, and then it just so happens that your work gets canceled, and then you say to your friend, hey, work got canceled, we can do X or whatever, and then the response is going to be based, let's play Call of Duty or whatever. So based is now a banned word, essentially, but I'm gonna keep saying it anyways because I don't care. I'm probably on several lists already. I don't even care. I'm not a threat anyways. I'm I'm threatless. And similarly, cringe is not on the list. Cringe is not on the list, but I feel like it doesn't really make sense that it's not, because based and cringe are basically like two sides of the same coin, right? So it doesn't really make sense that based is on the FBI watch list, but cringe is not. And again, cringe is just anything that you don't like, opposite of based. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. I didn't make the list. It's whatever. Similarly, within online culture, you we have another word which is derived from something else, but you have this suffix that is appended to a lot of things now, and this suffix is "cell," and this can be applied in a lot of different ways, such as bald cell, food cell, merch cell, hair cell, whatever, what have you. And all this really is, it's just that you don't have something. You can also say, I don't know, like height cell or whatever, because you are short, or you can say like bald cell, for example, right here, if you're bald. And then one of the other ones that is really used frequently is Chad. Chad is on the list of things that will get you banned. If you can believe it. I was looking through this list and it's pretty stupid. A lot of these words that are on here, these are words are all key terms from the FBI on the Domestic Terrorism Reference Guide. Can you believe it? Chad implies that you're some kind of terrorist or something. If you use the word Chad, you're basically a terrorist and you need to be looked out for. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying what I'm supposed to be saying. What I am saying. But Chad. Examples, literally me. Literally you. We're all See, originally on this slide, I was gonna put a picture of Patrick Bateman. But he's not really a Chad. He's kinda cringe, honestly. He's trying to essentially go after Paul Owen here, right? And he wants what Paul Owen here wants, or Paul Allen in this case, in the movie version. And that's not very Chad. If you want something that someone else has, if you're like just envious and you're not doing anything about it, that's not very Chad. However, if you are your own person and you work towards your goals and without even depending on anyone else, I think it's pretty Chad. And just like having your own motivation for everything, that's pretty Chad. However, there is also another word, this phrase called "it's over." Whenever anything bad happens, people say, "It's over." You get one bad day, you trip once on your way to work, and you just, "It's over, today's gonna be a bad day, I just know it." Constantly negative mindset. It's over. If you've ever said this at least once, you're already on the watch list. It's too late for you. It's over. And then there's the other one, right? Which is, "We're back! We're so back!" But that's not on the list, because apparently positivity is not watch listable, but negativity is watch listable. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But if you say it's over, it's over. It's over once you say it's over. The next word here, I feel like I'm flying through this really quickly, really quickly. The next word over here that we have is LARP. Which, LARP is a very old term actually. I think it's been in use since like the 90s maybe? Live action roleplay. I don't know that a lot of people still even know what LARPing is or like where it comes from. People just kind of like throw it out. And a lot of people use it as like a canned response, not of like, I don't know, like cope, see, that kind of thing. They just say like LARP. So like if you say I'm literally Ryan Gosling, he's literally me, people are gonna respond with like cope, seethe, LARP, sneed. I'm actually kind of surprised that those other responses like seethe, cope aren't on the list, because a lot of the people that use these other words kind of tend to use those words as well. So it's a little bit surprising, but then again, this list was made by probably some bunch of boomers, so it's not surprising that it's all out of whack or so whatever. So live action role playing, pretending to be someone, or pretending to do something that you're really not. This came back from originally like way back. I don't even know when it began, but I guess like the first LARPers were probably war reenactors. People that would reenact wars. I guess they were like the first LARPers. But nowadays it's kind of like taken on a different meaning, wherein LARPing doesn't necessarily have to be in real life anymore. Live action. It doesn't even have to be live action anymore. It's just more of a thing that you do now. A lot of these words have taken on a vastly different meaning than what they used to be like 10 years ago or so. Like for example, sell used to be kind of serious, maybe? Kind of? I don't know. A lot of these words are kind of like used ironically nowadays. Like maxing. I used gains maxing, what, like 3 days ago? Friday, Saturday? I don't even remember anymore. In the stream title. And that was before I even realized that there was a list that gets you on the FBI, a list of words that gets you on the FBI list. So if you say maxing, that's another one. And let me look at the FBI list actually. It says, oh, it specifically looks maxing, but at this point you can see you can use maxing with anything else. So looks maxing, that's an entirely other thing. But a lot of people just use maxing as a suffix now. And with maxing, you can basically apply it to anything. Like for example, bulk maxing if you're working out a lot, hair maxing if you're like growing out your hair to the maximum length, bloat maxing if you're like eating 10,000 cheeseburgers a day. But you can use maxing in a lot of, I don't know, situations. You could even use, I don't know, video maxing for maxing out your hours on YouTube. There's this thing on the YouTube application where it tells you the amount of hours that you've watched in a day, and I think mine is usually like 6 hours a day of YouTube, which I feel like it's probably not true, because a lot of videos that I watch are usually like double speed and they're in the background, so it's probably not anywhere close to 6 hours of YouTube that I watch a day. Even though it tells me, it's probably not true. I don't believe it. It's false. It's a lie. It's a lie. Neat. Next one. One that I relate to a lot. Neat. Not in employment, education, or training. There's a time, well, I guess like for school, right? If you're in school and then you get summer break and then you didn't do anything for the summer. This is like way back when I was in school. You basically do nothing all summer and just like go on the computer and meme post in certain locations, and then it would get infested with a bunch of other people that are also on summer break, but that's besides the point. Anyways, neat. Kind of similar to hikikomori, However, needs specifically are not in employment, education, or training. Hikikomori are people that don't go out for more than a period of 6 months, I believe. So the two of them do overlap. But needs, I consider to be kind of more like a lifestyle kind of thing, wherein need, you don't really go out, and you kind of just like have like a messy room, and you don't literally talk to people, essentially. So I have kind of a neat lifestyle in that I only ever go out for work, to buy food, and that's pretty much it. I don't really go out otherwise. I only go out when it's necessary. So I'm not technically a neat by definition, but I feel like I still relate to the qualities of neat life. And it's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. In fact, I kind of prefer it. I don't really like to go out anyways, even though my parents are always like screaming, or they used to be yelling at me a lot to go out. Always telling me to go out. But I'm like, nah, I like being indoors. And then my dad would keep being super annoying about going out. And like, it's a long story. It's a long story. Neat. I'm basically neat. I feel like most YouTubers are neats. They don't really go out. Not really need to go out to exercise anyways either. You can be a healthy person and work out and be educated all at home. You don't need to go out. You can learn everything on the internet. You can order all your stuff on the internet. You can talk to people on the internet. You don't need to go out. It's not necessary. The only thing that you really need is like maybe step out for like 5 minutes a day for sunlight, for vitamin D. But even then, you could probably take like supplements, right? I don't know. I'm more of a indoor person, anyways. I go out sometimes, but I otherwise don't really like to go out, especially in the city. Anyways, I mostly like to go out for hikes in the forest. That's what I usually like to go out for. We're almost at the end. Wow, this is a super short stream. I might just keep it an hour. That's fine. Okay. Next is the opposite of neat. What is the opposite of neat? Normie. Everyone else that isn't you is a normie. And they're dumb, they're stupid, and they don't understand. They're not with it. They don't understand the culture. They're cultureless. And these are the people we're trying to stay away from and gatekeep and everything. Oh man, these are like your coworkers, your parents, your real life friends if you have any, people that you talk to on the street that you just like walking by, people at the grocery store, people at work, just like average everyday person that has no idea what anime is. They've never even seen a Pokemon ever before. These are normies. And then there is such a thing as like normie maxing too, where you're trying to become normal, but then again that's also kind of like a LARP as well, because you're not really normie. You're normie on the outside, but on the inside you're still yourself, right? So you're basically just like LARPing as a normie. See, we're using all these terms in a real world situation here. You are the neat that is LARPing as a normie. And is that based? Is that cringe? I don't know. As long as you LARP as a Chad, then maybe it's fine. I don't know, man. And then on the opposite side of Chad, you have Stacy's. This is basically like the alpha bitch in any friend group that is comprised of entirely women, girls, females, what have you. That's another one actually. On the list is Femoid, which I don't really want to side tangent too hard on that, but it's an entire like other culture thing. So Stacy is basically just the it's like a normie cringe girl, I guess, or normie based girl. I don't know. I don't associate with real women. I don't talk to real women. I only when I have to. I don't talk with real people anyways. Only when I have to talk to real people, I have to talk to real people. I otherwise don't really associate with people much in general. In real life, I do fine. I'm completely fine with talking to people online, but in real life, it's it's a different matter. I tend to. I kind of speak like I speak right now, like I speak on stream. In that, I tend to trip over a lot of my words, and I can't even speak right. I used to not be like this. I used to be a lot better. I don't know what happened to me. I'm just getting old or something. I don't know. I used to be a lot better at. I'm out of water. Cringe. I feel like saying cringe is cringe, and I don't really like saying it unless necessary, such as in a definition. To that end, there are different types of pills as well. That's another banned thing. If you talk about pills, you will get on the watch list. So we got a lot of different pills, and they're all different depending on how you're using it. So we got blue pills, you got red pills, you got white pills, you got black pills, you got pink pills. And then you can also use like pills in any other type of situation here. So let's say, for example, you really like rice. Then you would say that you're rice pilled. Or say that you really like a certain type of thing. You would say that you are Zob pilled. So for blue pilled, that's basically just like normie. Basically all normies are blue pilled, and they just go about their day and they rage about the stupid M&M that has heels or whatever, that has sneakers instead of heels. That's blue pilled. I don't care about your stupid culture wars nonsense, whatever. That's not what the real problem is here. The real problem is I can't get into it. I can't get into it. It's too base. It's too red pilled. It's too based and red pilled. But what is red pilled? Red pilled. Let me tell you a thing. I'm upset that the term woke. Oh my goodness, I'm going political, but I'm trying to explain. The term woke originally was a good thing, and being woke used to be based, but it was essentially taken over, and it now has the completely opposite meaning. This is like back in like 2013, I think, back when the original meaning of woke essentially meant that you were red-pilled, because you are aware of all the problems in society, and you know who's behind all of the things that are trying to distract us. But then some people took and ran with the term. So it's now cringe to say woke, even though it used to be based. Being woke meant that you were based and red-pilled, but now it's different. It's stupid. I hate it. Paying attention to the news that's shoved in your face. Yeah! Anyone that watches the news, anyone that watches Fox, anyone that watches CNN, MSNBC, whatever, Max, that's all blue-pilled trash. They're all just trying to get you to be angry against each other. The real news comes from the random guy in the Discord that you're in, and then he's posting links. That's where the real news is coming from the random guy. That he's the one with all the truth and the red pills. He's the one that's truly woke, and not the cringe woke, but the true woke, the based woke. That's what I mean. And however, from the Discord groomers, however, how you approach this red pill news is up to you, because it's very easy to become black pilled from all these red pills, right? So let's say that you learn about all this stuff and you find out that the government is behind everything that's wrong with America, and they're all actively trying to shut you down. Maybe it's a little bit too much for you. Maybe it's a little bit too much for you, and you think, wow, that sucks. I can't do anything about it. I hate it. I'm gonna delete. I can't finish the sentence. You would say that you are black-pilled because there's nothing you can do, and it's over. There's nothing you can do anymore. It's over. I'm black-pilled, completely black-pilled. It's over. I'm never gonna get a girlfriend because I'm ugly. It's over. It's over. It's over. The government's gonna shotgun me because I know too much. It's over. However, it's important to not lose hope, because ultimately what really matters, what truly matters, is yourself and those that you care about. And as long as you can do what it is that you want to do in your life and you work towards those goals, then it's gonna be completely fine. Just disregard everything else and work towards your own goals, whether that be trying to lose 500 pounds, trying to gain 200 pounds, trying to read, trying to learn Japanese, trying to learn how to draw, trying to get a raise at your job. Just work towards that. And don't focus on all this trash stuff that's going on in society. Just focus on yourself. And if you do that, you could be considered white-pilled. Because as ugly as this society is that we live in, there is still some amount of hope. Because so long as we have each other, that is like friends and the people that we care for, then it's gonna be okay. And it doesn't matter, because no matter how bad it gets, we still have each other. Hopefully. And then you have pink-pilled. I'm not gonna get into that. You probably already know what that is. Even though the pink pill is technically blue. I don't know where it's dumb, it's stupid. I think that's everything. That's everything. Those are the main ones. Those are the main terms from this list. There are a few others, but they're more specialized for certain places. But these terms here, these terms are the main ones that pretty much always everyone uses in their daily life. Everyone says pilled. Or like a lot of people use pilled. A lot of people say Stacy in their everyday comments, conversations, whatever. Everyone says normie. Everyone says normie. Normies are everywhere. Neat. That's a very, very common thing too. It happens everywhere. I want to say like maybe like 50% of people online are probably neats. If not like Twitter addicts or something. I don't know. Maxing. It's a little bit more niche. It's a little older. But it's still a term that a lot of people use. That I see often anyways. You have LARPing. A lot of people still use this too. It's used in conjunction with Sneed, Cope, Seethe, all those other ones. LARP. It's over. I have no idea why this is on there. I feel like this is more of like a meme phrase more than anything. But it's on the list. It's on the list for whatever reason. I don't even know how old this saying is. It's about hopelessness or whatever. I have no idea why it's on the list and others aren't, but it's over. If you said this at least once, you're on the list. It's too late. Chad. Everyone knows Chad. This is like a super ancient meme too. Everyone has said Chad. Everyone knows what this is. It's a viral meme at this point. Everyone knows Chad and the counterpart. I think it's really dumb that this is on the list too. And then you have Cell. This is less commonly used. It's more That's about as common as the word, the other one, the in maxing, that's what it was, maxing. It's about as common as maxing is. It's not really as used as the other ones, such as, for example, chat or like it's over or whatever. But it still it still exists. Some people still use this. And then you have cringe and based. Based is on this list. I don't know why it's on the list. Boomers made this list again. Bunch of boomers, they don't know what they're doing. Instead of doing their job, they're just like monitoring random people on the internet and trying to get them in trouble and trying to entrap them by making honeypot servers. And I'm speaking too much. I'm upset. I'm getting upset again over yesterday. After what I learned yesterday, I can't believe that the government would psyop us for 200 years. I should have known better. It always comes back to the government. Did you know that DARPA, what is it? I think it's Neuralink, right? Neuralink is funded by DARPA, which is the Department of Defense, owned by the Department of Defense. So, you know they're planning to weaponize Neuralink if it is owned by the government. Anything that's owned by the government, anything that's funded by the government, they're ultimately gonna try to weaponize it. Kind of like a certain... I need some water, but I don't have any water. I made this in like an hour. Not even now an hour. I made this in like 40 minutes just before. I woke up, I went in the shower, I got back here. It was already 7. I had to push this back an hour. But it's fine. I didn't really have a plan for this going in, but it's fine. I think like a shorter, more to the point stream is probably more preferable anyways. Instead of yesterday where it took me like 2 hours of looking at guns and then suddenly I made a bunch of connections. And now I'm upset. Now I'm upset at the ATF. I swear, man, the ATF is a psyop. And so is the CIA and the FBI. All these alphabet friends. They're all a psyop. They need to be exterminated. Legally exterminated. Have to check yesterday's VOD, man. If anything, I'd say you can probably like check the last hour. That's probably where it all went down. So to summarize, I was just looking at a bunch of guns because, hey, this gun looks cool. The anime counterpart looks really cute. This anime gun girl looks pretty cute. Let me check her out. Let me check out her actual gun specs. And then I decided I want to buy an AR-15. And then I found out, what was it? Pistol braces? Pistol braces are illegal. Why? Why are pistol braces illegal? And then I look it up, and then I find out the ATF says pistol braces are illegal. Why? Because we said so. And then I go and find out, what exactly is the ATF? What is the ATF? When was the ATF founded? Come to find out, the ATF was created alongside the Gun Control Act of 1968, which I think is the same year that JFK was assassinated, which... that's seems kind of weird, doesn't it? A lot of people, were offed around this time period. And just coincidentally, you have this gun law that was put in place. And at the same time, you have an agency devoted to regulating these guns. I just think it's a little bit suspicious that this all happened at the same time. And that's where that's where it started. That's how it went down. That's how it went down. I went through the entire pipeline in like 4 hours. I can't believe it. The anime girl cute to I hit the government pipeline is real. Is real. I now hate the government more than I did before. It's dumb, it's stupid, I hate it. I can't trust the government. You cannot trust the government. It's a psyop. It's all a psyop! It's all fake! They don't actually care about you! They're just saying that! They're just creating all these problems for you to focus on so that everyone is distracted while they're actually working in the background so that they take away your civil liberties and rights and everything. I can't believe it. And they've been doing this. They've been getting away with it for like 40 years. You got the Gun Control Act. You got the Patriot Act. You got the Restrict Act. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And they keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with it. They've been doing it this entire time. Man. Too many people actually believe that the government is here to help. And ideally that would be great, right? Ideally, it'd be awesome if the government could like do stuff for you. But it's not the case. It's backwards now. You're not working for the government. Even if you're not getting paid, you're doing it for free. You're doing it for free. You're doing all the government's work for them. It's all a psyop. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting worked up again. They've been doing it since the founding of the country. The Freemasons, they've been doing it since then. But like, I feel like it's gotten a lot worse in the past half century, really. Because back then, there wasn't really a whole lot. But as soon as we got the technological improvements back in the 50s, where we got... That was like right after World War II, right? We got the surplus of the money, and then we started making all these inventions and everything in the 50s. And then you had the space race in the 60s. And then, I feel like ever since then, the government's been even more cracking down on people, or society, I guess. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. People are focusing on the wrong things. You shouldn't be focusing on these issues, man. You need to be focusing on the real enemy. The real enemy. The real enemy who... Nah, it's... You know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad that Fish doesn't ship out merch. I'm used to waiting like a year for holo merch. It's fine. The real enemy, Fishman. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm not even mad at that. Or should I? Should I be mad at this man? I'm gonna slap his face at Afka. I'm gonna go to the booth, and I'm gonna throw a piece of rotten egg on him. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I should go in place of Lisa, and just like slap a piece of cheese on his head. I'm gonna slap some cheese on Fishman's head. Alright. I don't really got much else. This is went a lot. This is a lot shorter than I anticipated. I don't know what else I was gonna do with this, but I don't got really anything else. I'm just kind of like upset now. I'm all heated now because of all this knowledge. I have so much knowledge now. Man. And it sucks because we can't do anything about it. What did I miss? You missed everything! The stream's over! Go home! But it's only like 45 minutes, so you can probably go back for like the last 15 minutes, maybe. I don't know. I can summarize. These are the words. These are the words that will get you on the FBI list. If you've ever said based, you're on the FBI list. Not cringe. If you've ever said sell, any kind of sell, like bald sell, food sell, merch sell, whatever, you're on the list. If you've ever said Chad, you're on the list. If you've ever said it's over, you're on the list. LARP, you're on the list. Maxing, blow up maxing, anything maxing, you're on the list. If you're neat, you're on the list. If you've said neat, you're on the list. If you are a normie, if you said if not if you're a normie, if you've said the word normie, you're on the list. If you've ever said the word normie, you're on the list. If you have referred to any woman as Stacey, you're on the list. If you are blue pilled, if you're red pilled, if you're white pilled, if you're black pilled, if you're pink pilled, if you're anything pilled, you're on the list. That's it. That's it. That's the condensed form of the list. There are other words on the list, but they're more specialized. Nikki Pilled, you're on the list. That's it. I don't got anything else. That's the stream. It's only an hour. It's fine. Okay. This is probably gonna be the last stream for a while, for certain reasons. I'm gonna be on the run for at least 2 weeks. I'm gonna be undercover for 2 weeks, so I have some content. I do have some content that I plan to release, scheduled stuff, mostly shorts that I made, but I do have some content that will fill in during my absence. I have plans that I cannot say. I have plans that I cannot say because the haters will sabotage me. I have plans that I cannot say because the haters will sabotage me. Thank you for coming to stream. I appreciate it. I gotta watch my back from here. I'm paranoid maxing for real. I am paranoid pilled, but it's okay. I just gotta get a gun as soon as possible. I gotta get a gun as soon as possible. Because before, right? I was like, it would be nice. It would be nice to have a gun. But after yesterday, I'm like, I think having a gun is kind of a requirement now. I think it's very necessary to have a gun. You know, just in case. Not because anyone's gonna like, not because like my neighbor is gonna come over and like try to lick me or whatever. It's because one of the alphabet boys is gonna like come over and try to lick my face. That's why I need a gun to defend myself from the government. After learning what they've done, what they've done, I think I need to protect myself. And just with what I have with my martial arts, it's not gonna stand a chance to get against them. So I need to keep my rifle by my side. That's right. I need to keep my rifle by my side. You know what? I'll sing it. I will sing it. I will sing it. I will sing it. You know what? Hold on. Let me... There it is. Oh, I can't click it. Okay. Thank you, Bingo Panic. Thank you, Shinwilla. Thank you, Ailamau. Thank you, Hikimoto. Thank you, Ailamau. Thank you, Auxiliary Character. Thank you, Baxter. Just a second. Thank you, Lid Awakening. Okay. I need a gun. I need I need an AR-15.
I can see your ear. No, you can't.
They'll look high and they'll look low. They'll look everywhere we go. But when the sinners find us, we won't hide. They'll come loud and they'll come fast, but we shoot past until they can last. Keep your rifle by your side. Oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing. Oh Lord, this sinful life just ain't enough, so we'll take a stand, 'cause we must protect our land. Keep your rifle by your side. You're not supposed to like this song. They'll have children in their sights, but if they don't have faith, their eyes are blind. They can scream and they can shout, but they can never smoke us out. Keep your rifle by your side, singing. Oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing. Oh Lord, the sinful life just ain't enough. When we hear the voice, we don't have no other choice. Keep your rifle by your side. I need a gun. Have bombs and they'll have tanks, 'cause they'll have money in their banks. But we won't fall as long as we can fight. They'll go on, pierce or hate, but we won't get past the gate. Keep your rifle by your side, singing. Oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing. Oh Lord, the sinful life just ain't enough. And when I see your face, I know I must protect my place. Keep your rifle by my side. Keep. Oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing. Oh Lord, the sinful life just ain't enough. And when I see your face, I know I must protect my place. Keep my rifle by my side. My rifle by my side. Keep my rifle by your side.
Cringe.
Definitely on the priority. This is like priority. I need to get a gun. This is how it begins. This is how it starts.